Hey gang, welcome to part 3 of the secrets of playing the right notes all the way up and down the neck using the CAGED system. Last time we covered the major CAGED chords. This time we're going to cover the pentatonic modes for major chords all up and down the neck. We're going to add that to what we did last time, which was really just chord tone soloing using the chords itself, which we found we could do pretty effectively. But when we add this, it's going to give us a lot of additional possibilities. So let's get at it and let's learn the modes. Okay, see you in just a second. All right, gang, let's get to it. I'm going to apologize in advance for my hoarse voice. It has been a rough week. Hopefully this week will be better, and my voice will be back next week. So that's first thing. Second thing is, please do yourself a favor and download the course materials or this lesson materials from down below. It's going to make your life a lot easier. Tab, chord diagrams, what have you. Okay, so we are going to go over the pentatonic modes. Now, first a note or two about modes. A lot of people are very confused about what the modes are, so I wanted to dispel that right away. You probably watched a video and somebody told you about Ionian and Dorian and Phrygian and Lydian and Mixolydian and all that. Excuse me. But instead of memorizing all that, think about this. A mode is simply, the definition of a mode is simply a particular scale, but you start on, like, let's say we have a pentatonic, A major pentatonic scale. We're going to do this in just a second. The first mode of the A major pentatonic scale is simply this. We start on the A. Okay, so we go A to A. Happens to be A major. Okay, that's the first mode. The second mode starts on the second degree of the scale and goes all the way up to the next second degree. Okay, so I just played 2 octaves of the A major scale. Let me play 2 octaves of the first mode of the major scale. Okay, now notice it's the same notes. We're just starting on, instead of A, we're starting on B, which is the first note of the, or I'm sorry, which is the second note of the A major pentatonic scale. Now, when people talk about Dorian and Phrygian and all that, they're really talking more about the uses of it. And certainly there are many uses of modes, different in jazz and rock and country and metal. So, but it's important to understand that definition. Okay, so we are going to do our lesson today. We're going to do it in A. And so let's first of all go over the CAGED chords. All right, so the CAGED chords in A are, here's the A format. Because A is in CAGED, we're going to start with A. Okay, so here's the A form. And you should know this from last time or the time before, but we are going to review. There's the A form. Oh, goodness. Here's the G form. So A, G. Next would be E. Here's the E form. Here's the D form. And here's the C form. And we're back to the A form up here. Okay, so let's do the pentatonic modes for this. Now, it just so turns out that it just happens that the easiest way to do it, the starting point for this, to do the first mode, will be over that E form, right? So we're going to start with the E form of the A major, which is on the 4th string, or the simplified one is on the 4th string, we're playing the 7th fret, 3rd string, we're playing the 6th, 2nd string, we're playing the 5th. Put it all together, heavenly, okay? So I'm going to play the mode, the pentatonic mode, 2 octaves right here. It's going to go from the A on the 6th string to the A on the 1st string. And I'll probably add 1 note, okay? We'll probably go to this string as well. I tend to do that. I tend to start on 1 note, and then just to learn all the notes in the position, I'll go to the end of it. But you'll see what happens. Now that's the end of it really, but I'm going to add 1 note. And now we'll come down. I'm going to play this rather deliberately, so don't imitate my fingering, okay? I'm just trying to show the notes clearly. So that's the first mode of the A major pentatonic scale, okay? So when we're playing this chord, we can rip through that scale. All right, it's going to sound good. All right, let's move on to the second mode. Really, all I care about is which chord does it line up. So with the E, that's the form that I have. With the E form, I have this. All right. If I move up to the D form, the form that I'm going to have... Oh, I wanted to point out one more thing. You'll notice that in this major pentatonic scale, we're hitting every one of these chord tones. Check it out. There we go. There's 1. There's 2. And there's the 3rd. All right, so the point of using the pentatonics is you're always really, really close to a chord tone, no matter where you are. And you can even play notes in between, and eventually we're going to be doing that, but not in this lesson just yet. Okay? So that's the A form, or that's the that's the one that goes with the E form. Let's do the D form one. Okay, we're going to start out again on the bottom. We'll start out from this B, 7th fret. Add the last note here. Okay, so all of those notes you'll find outlined this chord. Again, they're playing A major. We're playing the D form of that. Outlining that chord really nicely. Okay, so that's for the D form. Let's go to the C form. All right, here we go. We're going to start on this on the 9th fret, which is a C sharp. Okay, now we'll come down. Okay, so that is the C sharp. Okay, the next one we're going to do is starting on E. All right, so we can do it up here. We're going to be outlining the A shape. Okay, this is one of my favorite positions. It's an easy position to play. So check it out. This is the next mode, the 4th mode. And the extra note. All right, here I go down. Now I'm going to really try and show you the notes. So again, don't imitate my fingering. Here we go, going down. All right, and we'll do the next one. And this one's going to start at F sharp, which is the 5th mode. So the last mode of the A major scale. I'm going to play it down here. Now, this is the same, right? We could play it up here, and I'll play it really fast so you get it. And we're going to hear that it's the same. All right, so here we go. Here's the mode that is for the G shape. All right, we're going to start on the 6th string, 2nd fret. And now coming back down. Again, we added that extra note. Coming back down. Oops. And there you have it. Now, if you didn't notice, this is your standard blues box, A major pentatonic blues box. So if you know any of them, you probably know that one. So I was sneaky and fit that in at the end and taught you modes without realizing you were going to end at that anyway. All right. So that's it for all the modes. We've got 1. We've got 2. That goes with the D. The one with the C. Okay, the one with the A. And finally, the one that goes with the G. And that's it. Now, you'll want to practice those in different keys and recognize the chord forms that are sitting in them. Look really hard for the chord forms as you're doing those shapes. Again, if you do this in conjunction with the materials that you hopefully downloaded, this should be easy. Now, I'm going to give you an exercise that's really going to solidify this. And you can do this at a slower speed if you to start out. The exercise is this. Pick an area. I'm going to pick the 5th fret, okay? But again, we could do this in any one. And we're going to play through 3 simple chords. 4 bars of A major, and so forth. 2 bars of D, basically just basic blues, but in major chords. A couple bars of A again, and then a couple bars of E. So, if we stay at the 5th fret and we look for chords, okay, the first one is going to be this form right here, the E form for A major. And we learned that it was this form. Okay. The next one, an easy chord for us to get, is the A form of D. So when it switches to D, you'll know you got it when you can start to play the D form right here. All right, and finally, the C form of E is sitting right here. And back to A. I'll show you what I mean by doing this, and if you play it very, very straight, it'll solidify those scales in this position. So you'll be able to switch from different chord scales really simply. Now, it's going to make playing a lot of songs, like a lot of songs, you don't have to switch. If you're playing a country song or whatever, a blues song, you don't have to be switching scales all the time. You don't have to switch it by chords. But you always can if you want to. It's really going to help you find those sweet notes. But certainly when you play jazz, you have to be able to switch on chords. Okay, now there's 4 bars of A. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. Now D. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. Back to A. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. E. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. Now A. Okay, here we go. notice that I'm playing A, and just as the chord comes up, I'll move to D. Now I'm in D. Now back to A. Now E. Now back to A. And once you do this, then you can start doing it in double time or whatever. But the key is to do it until you can do it smoothly. Etc. All right, well, I know that's not the most exciting of exercises, but the more you do it, start it slowly, get it smoothly, be comfortable switching between those on the chord changes, and after a while you can start doing in different positions, and then you can start playing actually solos. But what I mean by different positions is instead of playing at the fifth, play at this position up here at the seventh, right? And you'll have this D form for the A, and for the D, maybe you have this G form, and for the E, maybe you have this A form. There's the A form. All right. Well, anyway, good food for thought and good fodder for practice. All right. Now let's talk about what we're going to do next week. All right, gang. Well, there you have it. Those are the major pentatonic modes for all the CAGED system chords. You can do it in any key, and now you have a practice routine to help get you there. So this, combined with what we did last time, gives you a heck of a system to play a lot of songs. We're going to make it even more robust next time by doing the system for the minor chords. So we'll do the same thing. Let's do it again. All right, until next time, we'll see you on down the road.